Firstly, thanks to organizer for giving me this opportunity. Today I will present our work, which is emergent rotation of passive cluster in chiral active bath. Before moving further, let me focus on chiral active bath. We already little bit familiar about active matter, which is self-propel, but there is no biasness in their orientation. But in chiral active matter, the particles are self-propel with some biasness in their orientation, so their motion become biased circular. There are many examples in chiral active matter in both biological as well as synthetic system, which is spanned in a wide region from nanometer to meter scale. Here is one animation of E. coli bacteria, and yellow color showing the trajectory of bacteria, which also showing the same feature as chiral active matter source. And this is our animation of chiral active Brownian particle, in which green color showing the trajectory of one tagged chiral bacteria, which also showing the same feature as chiral particle show. So overall, the signature of chirality is some biasness in their orientation. So now the motivation of our work is some from recent work, in which they showing if passive object immersed in chiral active bath, they display unusual non-equilibrium behavior, including spontaneous rotation and geometrically biased motion. And if we talk about if we immerse many passive particle in chiral active bath, then all passive particle collectively show persistent rotation. Also, we know that all E. coli bacteria have not same chirality. They have some distribution, and that distribution is log normal distribution. And both this result from our collaborator, Dr. Chikaddi from Azhar Pune lab. Now, this naturally motivate our model, that is any theoretical model under which circumstance passive particle form a cluster, and under which circumstance collective rotation emerges. So for that, we make a minimal model in which we take a small chiral active Brownian particle and large passive beads. We have two tuning parameters. First one is the size ratio and second one is the packing fraction. Size ratio depend upon radius of passive particle by radius of active particle. Here there was a position update of active particle, which is over Damm-Langevin equation. First one is the activity and second one is the volume exclusion force. And this is the orientation update of active particle. First one is the torque, which is acting between active and passive only. And this is the voidness, and this is the chirality. As I told, it is not a constant or fixed value. It is a one kind of distribution, that is log normal distribution. And this is the position update of passive particle. Here we introduce a small attraction between passive particle, because we know that chirality is one kind of randomness or disturbance in the system. So for forming a cluster, we introduce a small attraction between the passive particle, and here is the volume exclusion force. So we fix the number of passive particle in the system, and we varying the number of active particle in the system, by which we varying the packing fraction. So this is all about our system, how our system evolved. Initially, active and passive particle are randomly distributed. As time evolved, these green passive particle form cluster, and here color bar showing the chirality of chiral active bath. So for knowing the stability, we calculate radial distribution function. As we moving from left to right, size ratio is increases, and as we moving from top to bottom, packing fraction is increases. In the start panel, we get a signature of hexagonal closed packing structure because of position of peak of radial distribution function. Other than that, especially in size ratio 6, we get forming and breaking cluster. So we did study only from size ratio 1 to 5, where we get stable cluster. So we are interested in dynamic of cluster. So this is the visualization of dynamic of cluster. Now we calculate the center of mass and we plot with respect to time. Then from here we can observe that our cluster is not just translating or rotating, it do both. Now we are interested in which time or which parameter it did translating, or for which parameter it did rotating. For that we should know the morphology and mechanical response on the cluster. For morphology, we calculate aspacity. When we plot aspacity versus size ratio for different packing fraction, we get highest aspacity as at size ratio 3 and 4 for all packing fraction. This is non-monotonic behavior. In contrast, when we measure torque on passive cluster from the system, we get monotonic behavior. So from here we can say that at size ratio 5, we get highest top. So from here we can predict that, okay, in size ratio 5, cluster had more chance to rotate, but this was not happen, because when you observe this video, then this is for size ratio 4, here all particles are fixed inside the cluster. But when we see for size ratio 5, then if you observe this particle number 4, it changed their position. It means it exchanged their neighborhood inside the cluster. So whatever torque applied in case of size ratio 5, it used in exchanging the neighborhood inside the cluster. So from here we can say that in size ratio 3 and 4, it is more chance that here we get collective rotation. So now we want to quantify our rotation using angular autocorrelation. We plot angular autocorrelation for different parameters. Here we classify in 3 scenarios. First one is the small size ratio, in which here we get a very noisy oscillation. It means here whole cluster did translational and rotational motion both. As we increase size ratio for size ratio 4, here we get very periodic oscillation, very good oscillative behavior. So from here we can say that our cluster did persistent rotation. As we increase size ratio 4, as we increase size ratio 5, so from here we get oscillative behavior, but in compared to this, there was a slow oscillation. It means here rotation is decreases as compared to size ratio 4. So now we want to know, is our rotation diffusive, super diffusive, or ballistic? So for that we calculate mean square angular displacement. So for all parameter we get one phenomenon which is common, which is crossover from trapped motion to diffusive or super diffusive behavior. But when we measure exponent alpha versus size ratio, then we get particular for size ratio 3 and 4 super diffusive behavior. It means in particular size ratio 3 and 4, we get highest rotation in the cluster. Now we want to know the translational behavior of our cluster. For that we calculate MST. And in this case, we again get common behavior for all packing fraction, that is ballistic to diffusive behavior. But at late time, when we calculate diffusivity, then we get highest diffusion at size ratio 2 and 3. So from here we can say that cluster is more translating for size ratio 2 and 3, and you can see here that for size ratio 4 diffusivity is immediately decreases, because in this case cluster is more rotating. So that's all. So from conclusion we can say that at high and low size ratio our cluster is not very stable, and at intermediate size ratio and packing fraction our cluster did more collectively good rotation, and we get at which point or which time we get highest MSAD, at that point we get lower diffusivity, and vice versa. And for further more information, you can go through this archive paper. I thanks to my supervisor Shraddha Mishra for the support, and thanks for your time. Size ratio?
Greater than 5.
0.5.
No.
It's a size ratio 5, yeah.
Beyond that, you said you are like not studying.
Yeah, cluster. Yeah.
Is there any reason? Like, is it because of
Ah.
moment of inertia? It's just trying to separate.
Yeah, this is the reason, because if you observe for, okay, just wait. Okay, if you observe for size ratio 6, then surface area is more. There are more chances that active particle collide with passive particle, and there are more chances that cluster become disturbed or break. So in this case, we not get any stable cluster. For a smaller size ratio, passive particle are smaller, so surface area is less, so it more chance that it becomes stable. Yeah.
So there is no any term in the potential or the Hamiltonian per se which is trying to like destabilize, right? I mean, you are still putting an attractive potential.
Yeah, I put some small attraction.
Small attraction.
Yeah.
But you are saying that despite that, if the cluster size is increasing,
Yeah, it is.
still separate.
Yeah. Okay.
I suppose even for s equal to 5,
Yeah.
if you take violent high velocities of thin particles, cluster would break up.
Yeah, it may be because, but I not check for high velocity. Yeah, but it may be break. No, because in this case, what happened? If you observe here, in this case, cluster is not stable. So what happened? Cluster take time to changing their position inside the cluster in place of whole rotating. That's why rotation is slower in this case. Okay.
Okay, let's thank Divya for her talk.